morning, students. Welcome to today's class. Today we are moving to the part of politics, chapter 7, markets around us. We know that what is market? Market is the place where the exchange of goods in a price or a better price. So we know that different types of markets, shopping malls and department stores and shopping bazaars are there, and weekly markets are there. Department stores are there. All those things are included in the markets. So we are discussing different types of markets in this chapter. In the market, there are wholesalers and retailers. We know that the wholesaler is collecting goods from the producer and sell it to the retailer. Retailer is sending it to the consumer. So wholesaler is a link between the producer and retailer, and retailer is a link between the wholesaler and a consumer. The retailer is directly mingled with the consumer. So some products we are getting in wholesale price if we are going to wholesale shops to buy the products, and in some shopping malls there is offers will be there. And here is in our book there is a story, Kavita, Sujata, they went to shop and they are purchasing the groceries from the shop, and another story, the one person is collecting clothes from the wholesale market and sell it to the seasonal markets. That is in some different seasons he is selling these clothes and he is getting a good price for his shop or the selling. Like these things are going in the market. Weekly markets are, we know that for festival seasons in Kerala, Onam season, there will be some vegetable markets will be there. That is a seasonal market. So like this market also around us, we can look what are the differentiation of these markets.
Markets around us, retailing and wholesale. Buying and selling things are important occupational activities in modern life. We all go to the markets to do our shopping. A market may be defined as a place where buyers and sellers meet and conduct buying and selling activities. Successful markets recognize people's needs and requirements and stock such products. The manufacturer does not sell his products directly to the consumers. A wholesale merchant buys bulk goods at a lesser price. A retailer is a smaller merchant who buys such products from the wholesaler which he will be able to sell at his shop. Manufactured products are sold to the wholesaler, who in turn sells it to the retailer. The retailers sell the products directly to the consumers. Thus, there is a chain starting with the manufacturer, wholesaler, retailer, consumer. It would be interesting to know more about what goes behind the entire process of buying and selling things in an age of consumerism. Markets. People who produce goods are called producers, and people who buy goods and services for their use are called consumers. There are a group of people who connect the producers and consumers, and they are known as traders. It is through trade that goods are supplied to the markets. As consumers, we buy or purchase the goods that have been supplied by the traders. Factors affecting people's access to the market. People's access to market depends upon these factors. Availability of goods. Availability of different goods in a market is the most important factor which affect people's access to the market. As people have very bit time in modern age, they want to purchase different things of daily use from the nearest market. Quality. All consumers prefer to buy quality goods. They generally do not compromise with quality and hence avoid shopkeepers who sell goods of inferior quality. They do not hesitate to pay a little more if they get goods of superior quality. Therefore, if a market maintains its standard of quality, it is sure to flourish. Convenience. Markets located in close proximity to residential colonies attract a large number of customers than a distantly located market. People generally avoid residing in colonies where there is no market or market is located far off. Price. As there is fierce competition, genuine pricing affects the sale of retailers. If he wishes to survive, he should charge genuine price for items. No consumer would buy things from a shopkeeper who charges more for the same item. Credit. People generally buy things by paying in cash. But there are some people especially the service class people who like to buy things on credit and pay the amount in next month after receiving the salary. Credit facility surely attracts more consumers. Income slabs. Variations of economic standard or income slabs are obvious in a society. The best retail shopkeeper is one who keeps these things in mind and maintains his stocks accordingly. He or she has to cater to the needs of various classes of customers belonging to low, middle, and high income groups. Therefore, he or she should keep items of all varieties, cheap as well as costly. Retail markets. Retailing is defined as selling products to the consumers for their personal use. A retailer is the seller who obtains product from one party and sells it to another. A retailer buys goods from the people who manufacture them. He also buys them from wholesalers. A retail shop stores a wide variety of goods for the consumer's convenience. Ordinarily, this would require the retail merchant to go to different manufacturers to obtain stocks. The wholesaler, who collects goods from various manufacturers and provides a regular supply of goods to the retail merchants, solves this problem. The retailer sells these goods directly to the consumer on a cash basis. Therefore, the retailer acts as a link between the wholesaler and the consumer. Retailers sell different kinds of goods to the people. They offer many benefits to the suppliers and consumers. For consumers, the most important benefits are that they are able to purchase small quantities of a wide range of products at affordable prices. For suppliers, the most important benefits are that they are able to reach their target market, build product demand through retail promotions, and provide feedback from the consumers to the product marketer. There have been several changes in supply and sales in the recent past. Attempts have been made to eliminate the role of wholesaler and bring the manufacturer directly in contact with the retailer and sometimes with the consumer. This would ensure more profit to the manufacturer. Cooperatives often sell products directly to the consumers without intermediaries. The success of cooperatives is an example of how elimination of intermediaries benefit the manufacturer and the consumer. Kinds of retails. Regular shops, super bazaars, and departmental stores are the different kinds of outlets which exist in retail market. Vendors and hawkers also sell goods to the consumers on the streets. Vendors can be called mobile traders as they keep moving from one locality to another. Hawkers and peddlers also belong to this category. Such retailers use their daily earnings to buy their goods. They buy goods in limited quantity and the prices on which they sell their goods are negotiable. Goods sold by them are not expensive. You may find many such shops which sell various objects of low cash value near places of religious worship, cinema halls, bus stands, and railway stations. Single-line stores. They cater only to a particular segment of customers. For example, a medical store specializes only in one kind of product. One can buy only medicines in such a store. There are several large shops that retail goods on a large scale. Examples of such shops are super bazaars, departmental stores, chain stores, and malls. A supermarket is large in size, where a wide range of brands for various goods are stocked under the same roof. Thus, a buyer gets a vast choice. A departmental store, like the supermarket, is divided into different departments. Each specializes in or does a particular kind of business. Such stores cater to the needs of rich people. Apart from goods, entertainment, restaurants, and other facilities are also provided here. Chain stores. They sell goods that are similar in form or type. People living in metropolitan cities get the entire shopping experience in malls. A mall is a shopping complex which is situated in a multi-story building. Various goods and services are provided to the people in the same building. Besides, the shopper is able to choose from a variety of goods and services available at the same place. Bata and McDonald are some famous chain stores. Wholesalers. Every city has areas for wholesale market. This is where goods first reach and are then supplied to the other traders. A wholesaler buys goods in bulk and then sells it to the retailers. In this way, the wholesaler becomes the link between the producers and retailers. They spend a large amount of money to buy a special variety of goods. As they have to store goods, they have to take a big risk. It is not important for them to have a shop at a fixed location, nor do they have to spend money on advertising or window displays. Their margin of profit is low as their customer is a retailer or merchant. Moreover, there is always a risk of the goods stored getting damaged, destroyed or stolen.
We are going to market to purchase the vegetables, food, bread, cold drinks, clothes, etc. Market is a place in which we can purchase. Good purchasing is when we take a slip when going to market. By slip, we can manage time and money. Weekly market. Weekly market is called weekly because it is held on week. Weekly markets don't have their shop. This market starts in the morning and ends in the late evening. In India, there is a huge weekly market daily. People come to purchase things according to their daily requirement. In these types of market, we find the products cheaper because they don't have their own shop, so the rate of electricity, AC, etc. is not counted in the products that they sell. They sell their product on a very low price. The benefit of this type of bazaars is in one place we find every type of product which we require, like vegetables, groceries, or cloth items, utensils. All of them can be found here. Shops in the neighborhood. We have seen that the weekly markets offer a variety of goods, and we also buy the things from other types of markets. We may buy milk from the dairy, groceries from departmental stores, stationeries, eatables, or medicines from other shops. There are different kinds of sellers even in the neighboring markets. Some of them have permanent shops, and others sell their goods on the roadside. Shopping complexes and malls. We have two kinds of marketplaces, weekly markets and markets in our neighborhood. There are other markets in the urban area that have many shops, popularly called shopping complexes, and there are another type of multi-storied air-conditioned buildings with shops on different floors, known as malls. In these shopping malls and complex, every type of branded and non-branded item we find. Chain of markets. In chain of markets, there is a big group of the sellers. The wholesale trader first buys goods in large quantities. Markets everywhere. We see that there are markets everywhere. By this, we can purchase things from one place. You can place orders for a variety of things through the phone and these days through the internet, and the goods are delivered at your home. By new technology, we can shop with credit card in malls, big bazaar, etc. Markets and equality. We will study about the different type of markets, their work, their productivity, etc. Their materials and price is low and high, and their quality. There is weekly and mall type of market.
In this chapter, we have seen different types of markets, and shopping malls are there. The shopping malls means there will be different types of shops are including in one building, and supermarkets, all items are available in one place, and a better price will be there, and different selections also will be there in shopping mall and supermarkets, and people, the availability or the convenience to reach the mall for the people, and they are selecting like these markets or the shopping malls. So read the textbook carefully and note down the question answers in your notebook.